to an art day today. I don't know. Let me just see if this is clean. Hold on 2 seconds. So we're doing an art day today. We're going to have a discussion on websites or building your own website type of thing. Oh yeah, it's great. I love the fact that it just reminds people that I'm on live. That's so cool. Okay, so let me just do my Poshmark quickly, but I'm going to sit over here and talk through stuff. I think silence is good sometimes. Oops. My mic's not on. So I'm going to do I was speaking about websites. I might as well just keep going with the website discussion. Today is, we were talking about the other day how to put things together. Now, how to identity, like basically how to create your own vision for what you want to look like, right? On, like, whether it's a music video or creating an environment or what you want to look like on your own social media kind of platform. Put some music on, hold on. Once again, I'm not doing too much music today because I think it's important to talk about the art side as well. Oh, it's on, sorry. Actually, let's do this. Beats, Masters of Jazz, Asia. Solar Eclipse of the Sea. Sorry, I'm just putting a backtrack on. You know, I haven't continued with adding more to the songs yet. Sorry, I'm still waiting for news on this track that I submitted. I don't know. Soon. I never usually play this song. Hi, how are you? Where am I? I was busy putting the music on. So, I want to talk about, we're not going to do music today. We're going to do more art, not art, but like graphic design and website development stuff. So I've built my own like Wix and WordPress from scratch. And I'm a little bit older, so I find that it's important for people to understand, and even my YouTube, I never had anybody help me. This is important. Hi, how are you? Naya Den the Gamer. You guys, a lot of gamers on here. What's up with that? Why is, you tell me why YouTube is so for gamers. Tell me more about what's going on here. Okay, so I want to get to my website. All of these things I have linked to my page. Let's see. Yeah. So because I was talking on TikTok about website development, I guess that's good. So you guys, I wish I had a slide projection here, but we don't. So I built all this myself. I also do my own photographs. So everything you see on here from the links, you know, it's important to do this kind of stuff for yourself. I'm not just here to have a conversation and socialize. I'm an educator. I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 in 2 months. So for me, I see things a little bit differently. I feel as if there needs to be a space where more discussion on even just going live is necessary to talk about. And I know most of you all are younger, so this is important to know. I'm like older. Okay. And I think I spoke about, and I've had exhibitions in the past. All of these things matter. So if you have like an idea of what to do for like a website development, I think starting young is a good idea. I know a lot of people that I know who are in a lot of IT jobs have started early. Yeah, it's a wig. I'm playing around with wigs because I can. I think there's no reason why I shouldn't. So at least I'm honest about it. I'm not just like, oh, it's like real hair. It's not real hair. Yeah, you can't get a color like this on real hair. There's no question about it. If that were the case, I would have been on like board with that like years ago. Usually people would do extensions or have wigs if you're doing this kind of color. So I'm talking about web development because if you're going to do social media, you need to have a place like a home base. You don't need to hire people to do any of this stuff. You can do this for yourself. Like I put everything together on my own, from graphic design to logos. I designed my own logo. Okay, and you can see over here, if you click onto, say for instance, yeah, technically I can click onto any of these, iTunes, Instagram. I don't have Spotify yet, even though I've put it on there. I can always upload my tracks. SoundCloud, Amazon. So once you do the back end of things, you can figure out how to do the rest. I think it's nice. Okay, so you can see what's going on there. I wish I did have a slide projection. If I could do a slide projection on here, it might be easier. More. Oh, yeah, what's this? Oh, yeah. Oh, it also gives you... Where are my other bits and pieces here? It's contact blogs. No, we want blogs. I haven't yet to do a blog in a long time, but I do my own. I do photographs. I've done photography for people and then I make clothing as well. But all of this you can see on my link. So if you want to know more about what I do, I've put everything together on here, plus the music, right? I think it's important for people to know that now in this world that we're living in, since we have a lot of AI and bots taking over most of the jobs, you need to learn how to do things on your own, just in case you don't have like positions available. Because as you get older, even younger, like there are fewer jobs now because, you know, that's just how it goes. Most jobs are being taken over by bots. It's just how it works these days. But yeah, so that's what that is. I've even put together, I'm just gonna go into my YouTube. Hold on a second. I should technically link my new YouTube onto I might do that later. I don't think I linked it, so I'll have to do that next. Oops, that didn't do anything. And then obviously building up your own TikTok page, right? Like I've started setting that up myself. Let's go onto my TikTok. I think that also matters. Color contrast. I'm all about trying to identify colors because as an artist, it's important to not just focus on like a page, focus on what it looks like as well. We were talking about that the other day. I know it's not a big conversation today. I'm not prepared to do music. I have music. The music you're hearing in the background is what I've produced. I'm not going to do much on it today. Okay, I'm just talking. Today is a talking day. What I'm going to have to do is link, and then my Facebook. And all of these platforms, most of the platforms except for YouTube, I'm actually getting paid on now. Here's my Facebook, right? And I go live on a couple of different platforms already. That's from today. Okay, so I'm my own photographer. I don't need to hire anybody. If you guys need to learn how to be your own photographer, let me know. I can teach you how to use your phone to make it happen. And then graphic design, right? So it's about marketing yourself. It's not just about, oh, let's go on to the live. It's like, how do you market yourself on social media, right? That's like the important part. Where do you develop your ideas? What kind of things are you looking at doing in the future? Where do you see your vision? Are you a gamer? If you're a gamer, do you have a particular page that you've created for gaming? And do you put yourself in the gaming atmosphere? I mean, these are all the things to think about, right? That's important. Like, I'm using my AI and utilizing all of it for developing my social identity on social media. So I guess that's what I'm talking about. What I'm doing right now is I'm sitting in my space and I'm not in the AI world. We're talking on a real-based basis. If I was on TikTok, I'd have my backdrop on with the AI that I've done, and that is how I would do it, yeah. And then music, of course. Music is also part of the process. This is today's AI work. I get paid to do AI on Facebook. So if I get paid, I might as well just continue doing it on different platforms. I actually do get paid for doing these kind of designs, okay? So if you want to consider making money on social media, you have to think of a couple of different things to consider when you're doing that kind of stuff. It's not just, oh, let's come up. It's like be wise. Utilize your capabilities of all the platforms wisely. Even when you're younger. Now, most of these you have to be older than 18 to actually apply for earning money. If you're younger, then you're too bad. You're going to have a problem. Simple as that. You have to figure out your own. Maybe YouTube pays. I don't know how it works. But yeah, there are a lot of things you need to consider if you're young. Got to earn money somehow, right? Yeah, performance bonus. Gotta earn, gotta generate the business. You're creating your own business is the whole point, right? I did this one the other day. Where is it? And I have a little bot on, I'm gonna put it on silent. It's just showing what I've been doing the past couple of days. But when you're on the lives on, for instance, TikTok, you get little bots and all those things that you cannot necessarily get. You can't do it on here. So I have to go to different platforms to find my bits and pieces, if you know what I mean. So it does benefit, so to speak, if you try to open up those doors on multiple platforms, because it will help you come up with new inspirational ideas. It's not just, oh, let's go live. It's like, what can each live do? Unfortunately, the lives that you see here on YouTube, they don't have filters. There are no filters. So this is no filter orientated space. But if you go on TikTok, totally filters all over the place. Like, I don't know if people go live. Oh, the Diddy case is a disaster. I think he needs to be, well, you know how I feel. I think it's time. He's a little bit older than me, so I'm the same age as Aaliyah would have been. And because I respected Aaliyah for me, I'm on Aaliyah's side. I was like, lock the guy up. He needs to be gone, just like the other couple of people that I have. It's a big deal. It's time. It's time. I'm not going to show people money. Why do I need to? That's ridiculous. Yeah. So I think the Diddy case, it took them too long. I think if they had, personally, it should have been resolved a long time ago. I think when it comes down to, oh, I even did an AI on P. Diddy. It's crazy. What an absolute crazy dude. He's like, he is, I mean, I don't even know why anybody, this is the AI, I even do motion AI. So this was my little inspiration for P. Diddy. I think he needs to go. I think he needs to go, and it's time. It's time. It's time, and I don't know if he has that much money to get himself out of the disaster he's put himself in, but I think it's definitely time for him to put the shoes away and accept the fact that it's time. It's time. Yes, I would be Aaliyah's age. Aaliyah would be 40, she would be 44. I'm 44, so I'm her age, if that makes a difference. So it's during the time period that I've experienced growing up. When we were growing up in school, we heard about this whole thing, and it became like this huge, like, you know, like we didn't have social media. So social media, we would have to hear through the grapevines what was going on, and that's how it went. Have a good day. Yeah, we're keeping it. So if anybody wants to learn how to do AI or covers, like I do my own covers, I do my graphic design. Everything you see I'm doing on all my platforms, I don't have people to do it for me. I just happen to have all the skills to be able to make it happen. Luckily, I've built websites before. WordPress, let me show you my WordPress. And WordPress has helped me. The process of understanding how to put that together has helped me understand how to bring all of them to different elements. So it's a good skill to have. I recommend people actually learning how to build a website, not from scratch, but from a general, where did it go again? From a general kind of perspective, right? And it does take time. So rather than running around playing video games, I do think that it probably is useful to learn how to do those meticulous skills to create something for yourself. Don't just play the games. Do something positive that you can develop your own skills. I can't read that, unfortunately. Oh, you think I'm Russian? I'm not Russian. At all. I don't know if that's Russian. I cannot read that to save. I cannot read that. I wish I could. I don't know if there's a translator on here. Yes. It is absolutely wealth. But the only way to learn knowledge is through experience. And the only way to experience is to have first-hand experience by learning, whether it's a skill or whatever it is. You have to go through it to understand how that works. How are you doing? Peter, from St. Petersburg. Oh, St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. Very cool. Yeah, I'm also playing around with hair pieces because I don't have, like, my tattoos and my piercings. I took them out years ago. All the jobs that I had were like, you cannot have those. Now I'm like working for myself, and I was like, my husband's like, no more tattoos. So I'm like, okay, we got to work with what we got. So I'm going to do the bright color wig pieces. And that's what I'm doing right now. My normal hair is brown. This is what I overdid. I dyed my hair. Like, I bleached my hair. Like, this is a photograph I took a while ago. But because I over-dyed my hair, it thinned it out even more, and I used different hair colors. So I'm using something that's a little bit more practical. But I was still using wigs. That's also another photograph. What I was going to show you was, what was it? we were going to go into, oh yeah, my other site, Nomadics Production. So I have another site that I built a while ago. I'm just talking about sites because this is something I spoke about on my live on TikTok yesterday, and I was like, well, maybe I should just continue the conversation because it deals with the topic of self-creation, like what are you going to represent yourself on social media? If that is something you want to do, like I'm doing that right now. I'm jumping from all sorts of platforms, but I'm building it up by myself. I don't have a team, and when you don't have a team, it's important to kind of put it together on your own, right? That's like, and the only way to do that is to motivate yourself. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta motivate. Self-motivation is the only way forward. Really, it's the only way forward. Let's see. See, and then when you're doing like, WordPress is a little bit more complicated. I was not so impressed with the layouts, honestly. I mean, you probably can pay more for a better layout, but I generally put everything together. It's a lot of work that I've put on the process. And before, when when CDs were a thing, I used to do album covers and stuff. That was like something I used to do as well. Album covers. That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Yeah, so that's where I am. Oh, interesting. So I linked my Nomadic. See, I'm linking all my Facebook pages to all these things too. That's very interesting. Yeah, so I don't have much to talk about today. Oh, you're so funny. Thank you. Thanks for popping over. You do realize I'm much older, right? I have to trend the style. If I don't trend the style, then we're in trouble. Like if I just do my normal bandana, everybody's like, I don't know what's going on. I am having a good day, thank you. I'm just revising what I spoke about on whatchamacallit, on TikTok, and I did a little bit on Facebook the other day. So I go live on a couple of different places. I think it's just important to not focus on one platform, but branch out. I've said that to other people too. I said, don't just focus on one, because you know, you might be surprised because something else, another door will open on another platform if you start working on another platform. So I have about, at the moment, I have about 2,000 something followers on TikTok. I have about 3 something followers on Facebook, and I have 100 and something thousand followers on Poshmark, because that's like the clothing platform. So that's business for me, right? Oh, that's great. I wish I could read your names, guys. I can see, yeah, I'm not going to use that. KP Pro. I don't know. There are a lot of names there that I cannot see. Don't forget to like the channel. Go in and check out the things that I've done. This is just a general chat today, but I've spoken so much about music production and a little bit of photography. And I had a guest, a friend of mine was on here talking about photography as well. So we jump around. I actually should organize my page where I have sections for just the music, and sections for the art, and sections for the photography and how to edit. So I have like 3 different layers to this this channel. South Africa. Oh, I'm also from South Africa. Yes. Which part of South Africa? Joburg, Cape Town, where? Very cool. Always nice to meet another South African. My mom's family is from Joburg. So we're in Josie. Well, I'm in the States right now. I decided to leave Joburg. I was tired of Joburg. I was like, I need to go. Oh, yeah? Oh, you're in Northcliffe? I know Northcliffe, all those like Rocky Mountain areas. Nice. It's a pretty place. You got some nice rocky areas. Love Northcliffe. Beautiful houses there, eh? We lived in, well, my mom lives in, do you know Parkhurst? They live in Parkhurst and my sister lives in Cape Town. Very cool, very cool. I don't speak Afrikaans. Something I have not quite figured out. I can say "Uhandit" and "Baie dankie." Yes, yes. Oh, you live, oh yeah, 2 streets away. Oh yeah, no, oh okay, I know, yeah, I know where it is. You know, like I said, my mom's family is from Joburg. They're from, you won't believe this. They're from, I don't know if you know Bosmont, but they're like originally from Bosmont. So we're from like that community, hey. Like, it's like a whole other discussion. Like, we can talk about Tyla, but I don't know where she's from necessarily. Yeah, I don't speak Afrikaans. You know, it was something my mom, when I grew up, you know, the apartheid, my mom sort of was hesitant to teach us Afrikaans. I learned Japanese because I lived in Japan. So, oh yeah, no, it is. And I grew up there, so I know Bosmont, hey. Yeah, no, hey, street smart. You gotta learn some street smart if you hang out with people in Bosmont. Luckily, I have family there, so it's like, yeah. And then I knew people from Cliptown 6. Yeah, we have family all over the place. Yes, she's from Bosmont originally. No, yeah, my mom didn't. I don't know why she was not. I think it's because of the apartheid that she refused for us. She just didn't. She didn't teach it at the house. We never learned it. It was just something it bypassed her. She's like, we don't need this. It's like in the meantime, I'm like, I went to Wits University and everybody spoke Afrikaans and I was like, I don't know what you're saying. So I was like, what's going on? Oh, thank you. Oh yeah? Very nice. So how do you say Suleiman? Suleiman? Oh, my pronunciation is probably blotching everything. Oh, you were at Wits? Okay, so I was at Wits, let's see. I was there so I did my master's in art there from 2003 to about 2006. It was a rough master's. Let's just say everybody was like, she's a multimedia artist. What is she doing in her field? And I was like, I'm talking about mixed identity, folks. You said to discuss mixed, so I'm giving you mixed. Oh, the day's going fine. Suleiman, oh, okay. Suleiman mar un us ne la ni. Okay, now I don't know what that. Oh, that's how you pronounce the name. Oh, ach, Niemann. At least I can say that. So you just missed me. Okay. So who did you have? So what were you studying? What was your degree at Wits? What was your? Did you study? Lazyman. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Layman. Or Nieman. Nie means no, right? Nieman. No, the hair is not real. I mean, no. See, I wish it was. But I've decided, because everybody wears wigs, why not wear a wig? I mean, whose hair at this stage, they're either wearing wigs or they have extensions. So if everybody can get tattoos and piercings, why not wear wigs, right? I wish the hair was real. I had neon at one point, but my hair started falling out. Over dyeing. Yeah. Oh, you did optometry? At Wits? No kidding. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess that's good. That's a good field to be in. I mean, who doesn't need glasses? Or contacts. Yeah, I am so, you know, and I was trying to tell people about Joburg and Cape Town and South Africa, and I think it's gone right over people's heads because they see me and they don't, like, I don't usually use the word colored, But when I have used it, people are like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you? Yeah. I am half American, half South African, so I'm mixed. In South Africa, you would use the word that's C, which is more commonly known. However, I was considered a whitey within the field, my family. So I'm like, whatever. Oh, well, that's great. And well, listen, optometry is actually a very good choice. It's better than choosing arts. I chose arts. I don't know why I chose art. Yes. Oh, you can see. I don't know if people noticed. Yeah, I mean, we have multiple everythings in there. Some people think I'm from, I don't know. I think somebody thought I was from Russia. I'm like, no. I know my husband thought I was from Russia at the beginning because he couldn't identify. You're Indian. Yeah, I recognize the name. Yeah. The name was definitely Indian. I didn't know Hindu or the other, but I know it's definitely, yeah. That's cool. C means no. It does not. C means it's a very controversial. Let's put it this way. Tyler used the word. The phrase is colored. In the United States, it is not considered a good word to use. In South Africa, it's perfectly fine and normal to use the word because that is what the cultural identification is. I have had a discussion on my channel talking about the community. In fact, my master's thesis was on that very subject. Yes, Muslim. I wasn't sure. I mean, I picked up that it was something. I just didn't know which background, right? Because there are lots of different backgrounds from India in South Africa as well. So yeah, that's another thing. It's a whole mixed community. I mean, the whole country is full of everybody. That's what's nice about South Africa. You know, I have to get close because I also have very bad eyesight. So I'm using my phone. I was like, close up. I miss South Africa, but I miss it for the food. I don't necessarily miss it for the politics, because you have to remember the way I look is not what people, and I sound American, so people were not too, and even though my family is from the mixed community, it's been very hard to explain that there are lots of things that go on in my life that have been like all over the place. So the place that I've lived in 5 different countries, right? South Africa was just one of them. The United States was another. The place that I really liked the most was Japan. I loved Japan. I learned Japanese. That was my second language. Yeah. Thank you. Now I wear contacts. My biggest concern about optometry, they keep on giving me like stronger prescriptions, and every time my eyes are sore, my head hurts. I'm like, I think, if it's too strong, you're weakening your eyes. That's my personal opinion. You got to keep it at a moderate. You can't overdo it. I've been wearing glasses and contacts since I was like really young. So I started wearing glasses around 5. If there were no such things as contacts, my glasses would be that thick. Like by now, they would be like goggles. I'd be like, take them off and I'd be like, I can't see anything. Yeah, so it's very interesting. I know they do have scheduled blackouts. It is consistent there. Buy me a spaceship. That's so funny. Oh, ESCOM, oh, seriously, ESCOM has resolved the problem because it was such a big issue. That's awesome. So there's no more load shedding? Are you serious? So it's changed after all these years? My God. My family has been, this is one of the reasons why I moved. I was like, I am not going to, because I have music production. Look over here. I have music production equipment. I do recording. The music you're listening to right now is something I produced. So if there was load shedding, right, in the United States and I was doing like music production, I would be throwing my toys like you will not believe. I would go bananas. Bananas. I don't know how you guys survived it. I mean, you probably had, you know, energy packs or something, right? Yeah, wow. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Me, I don't care if I'm chubby. I'm older. Do you realize I'm an old lady? Did they really? Well, I'm glad the changes are occurring, hey. I'm glad the changes are occurring. It's been rough. South Africa has had such an experience with political issues. Who was the president before this guy that we have now, or they have now? God, that guy was so bad. Oh my gosh, the things that he has done. I mean, 26 wives, like how? It's like, how was that even legal? That's like it's like a P. Diddy in South Africa as a president. Zuma, yes, gosh. That was a P. Diddy right there. We didn't even have to go anywhere. We just had our own in Joburg. It's fine. It's just private planes, lots of wives, many houses. I'm just like, how is this even like possible? Yeah, well, it's a combination. I'm what you call an independent. At this stage, I feel as if he might be a better choice, because what has happened with this bunch of presidential people that has been happening recently, Biden's been involved in all of the stuff that has happened. I don't want to talk about it. This is not a place to talk about politics. I don't want my page to be, I'm trying very hard to stay away from that kind of stuff. Oh my God, Zuma was, man, I don't know, hey, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who put him in power. He just looked like, my personal opinion, if he looked like a fish, don't put him in power, because those googly eyes, they say like they went two sides. I just think of him with the head shower, they drew him with like the comic strips with the shower. It's just every time I think about him, I think of the shower head. Because he was not, I'm like, that is not presidential. South Africa has been an interesting, the best president on earth was none other but Nelson Mandela. We need 10,000 of Nelson Mandelas. That's all I can say. He was like the best of the best of the best. Oh, 26 wives. It wasn't 20. He moved into the 26 wives. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, he bought them houses, too, hey? The houses. Gupta, yes. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen, I didn't really, Gupta. I wasn't around when Gupta was president. Was it president, right? The Guptas. Oh, was that the Indian family? I can't remember. I can't remember who the Guptas were. See, it's been a while since I've talked about like South African antics. Mayor Raikwar. Pronunciations are horrible. I'm so sorry, guys, if I'm blotching anything. No, Mandela was the best, really. He was, like, we need a Mandela here in the United States. We need a Mandela. Like, where is this Mandela? We need somebody like him to run this country too, because this country is going into disaster. Apparently Diddy was running the country. I don't know if you knew. but we had a Zuma. We already had a Zuma. He was obviously running the country for many years and we just didn't know it, Yes! That's what I was like, isn't that Indian family that rented that plane and they like paid for like these weddings? I'm sure that I was pretty sure of that. I was like, I'm almost certain that was the family, but I didn't say anything. I was not sure. There you have it. Yeah, that Gupta and Zuma, my God, they ran that country down to the last penny. Last penny. They spent so much money. Yeah, I'm telling you, he really is. I'm not gonna lie. I have to say, they're on the same spectrum. I think Diddy might be just a little bit worse, but they're more or less the same kind of scenario. But I don't want to talk too much about politics. The platform's not gonna like me, so we're gonna skip over that and jump through hoops and talk back to. So this is why I do art, because art can be moved past the discussion of politics. Life my side is, let's just say, being somebody from overseas in the United States is not easy either, because most of the time the people who live in the United States don't necessarily, not everybody has necessarily come from overseas. So it becomes like this whole who fits and where experience in the States. When I talk about South Africa, they think black and white. When I talk about something in between, it's like not really anything they can understand. So it's a little hard to kind of have a conversation with a more in-depth discussion on global aspects, right? I got the hat on the internet. I didn't go to Russia. You can get it on Amazon. Plenty of hats on Amazon. Just look up aviator hats and lots of them will show up. It's just an aviator hat. Mind you, I haven't gone to India, but in South Africa, we have a lot of people from India living there, and people who have lived in South Africa from Indian cultural backgrounds. Me personally, I love Indian food. Curries, chutneys, that's what I grew up with. Samosas, cook sisters. I don't know if you have cook sisters in India, but in South Africa, we have cook sisters. That's what I miss. That's what I miss from South Africa. All of those foods. I am married, no kids. My kid is a cat, a Persian cat. I'm sort of glad that I'm not, I don't think I'd be able to do all the social media stuff if I had a There we go. Okay, I had to close. Somebody was sending me a silly message. Okay, I managed to figure that out. Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me now? Yeah, somebody was trying to, I'm using my phone. Can you hear me? Yeah, somebody was trying to call me on my phone. I'm using my phone to do the lives. But yeah, I have to say living in the United States in comparison to South Africa, I do miss all the mountains. Like you guys in where you are, you have beautiful rocky areas. I lived in Swaziland, so at one point I enjoyed the landscape of Swaziland because you had those beautiful rocky areas, and I think I lived in Mbabane, which is a golf coursey area in Swaziland. Hi, Dior, are you hungry? This is my baby, here. He's like, can people see me? This is my baby. Can you say hi, Dior? He's as big as a baby, I think. Are you big as a baby? He's like, I need some snacks, please. Yeah, so this is the baby. Is this the baby? That's the baby. We had a bunny rabbit before. This is why I'm doing all these bunny rabbit pictures, but she passed away. And I wrote a book on her, and her book is on Amazon. So I even spoke about how to write a book for your own personal interest to do on KDP Books, and then place it on Amazon if that was ever. So I have all sorts of things on this channel. I've gone through a whole history course on here. It's lots of things going on. It was snowing? Are you kidding? Oh yeah, wait, but isn't it summer right now or spring in Joburg? It is, right? Drakensberg, that's so crazy. I mean, there is snow on occasion. Gotcha. No, these are not real tattoos. But I think people like the fact if they see sleeves. I wanted to do a sleeve. I actually wanted to have like a whole sleeve done. Information. Oh, you guys are having a different conversation. I didn't quite understand that. Okay. Like now? It's snowing now. Like now. But it's like, isn't it summer now in South Africa? You mean snowing during winter? I know it was cold. My mom and my sister came to visit me from Joburg and Cape Town like a few weeks back. I was like, you can go home now. You've lived and stayed here for enough time. Yeah. 2 weeks ago? No. And when my mom got back to Joburg and my sister got back to Cape Town, they said it's summertime. So I was like, oh, the cold weather's gone. I mean, I did hear it was very cold, hey? You were in Cape Town? Yeah, Cape Town is nice. Yeah, this is good. No, I'm glad that we're talking. Yeah, no, so you can see everybody can have an understanding that South Africa is not just one culture. It's everybody lives there. Like you have people who are from China, Korea, people who are from all sorts of backgrounds. Everybody is in one connection in. Yeah, that's good. I'm so glad. You know what we could do is I could actually get a guest on. It would be nice to have somebody else from Joburg or South Africa have a chat. I tried to get my mom and my sister to do this live with me, and they were like, nope. So I was like, well, I need somebody from we should do a South African discussion. We should have a talk, and we should communicate about like Joburg and cultures and food. We were, somebody else was interested in like what types of Indian foods I eat, because I eat, Bosman's area, we have a lot of like curries, right? So that's like a thing. And in Bosman, you actually have a lot of people from like the Muslim community living too. I don't know if you know that. So they have like mosques and stuff. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, if this is the time, this is more or less the time that I like, coming on. Just send me a message. Say, hey, Cinta, I would like to do a live together with you. I would love to do it. Like, it's always nice to meet people, but like sometimes I've invited people and then they back away. I'm like, why did you back away? I wanted to have a conversation. My favorite Indian food. There's so many dishes. There's so many. My favorite, I have to say, it's so Western, but it's so nice. I like my butter chicken. But I do like all sorts of like curries, like all sorts of things. And I've gone to 1 or 2 Muslim weddings and funerals, and I have used my hand to eat. So it's not like I haven't done it. No problems there. Oh yeah? Hey, Bosman, they have, I wouldn't be surprised. My cousin is on the soccer team lead group, and they do like all sorts of things with the world championships. I wouldn't be surprised if he had anything to do with it, because he was a good soccer player. He's quite famous. Grant Young. So that's my cousin. Yeah, but I eat all sorts of other things. As long as there's a lot of chili, I'm all about spicy chilies, hey. I don't know, there's something about that butter chicken. It's just, and masala tea, I love masala tea. But I eat everything. It's not like I don't try everything. My husband's Cambodian. So I eat Asian food, Cambodian food, it's all sorts of things. I can't, I don't like disclosing these kind of things on here. We spoke a little bit about politics, but I'm trying. I like butter chicken, especially if it's homemade, because it's done properly. There's butter chicken and then there's butter chicken. And if it's homemade butter chicken, oh my goodness. With the naan bread, yes, I do. I absolutely. And then the masala tea. Don't forget the masala tea on the side. These are all the things. Now, I've had to go off and find places to find this kind of stuff. It's not common here. I mean, it's common here. People who have, like restaurants do have, but it's just not the same. And samosas. I don't know if samosa is anything that you have in your particular community, but in Bosmont and other places in Joburg, samosas are like a thing. Like my aunt used to make home-cooked samosas. Oh my gosh. But the brown ones with the cinnamon and the coconut on top. Oh my gosh. I know, don't even go there. I even told my husband, he was like, we're not going to get into that discussion. What is... That's another subject. It's like, why? This guy has lost his marbles. I mean, you think so? I mean, I seriously thought it couldn't have gotten worse with Zuma, but once we realized who really ran the United States, I mean, I really do think Diddy had everything to do with it. And then Cook Sisters. Oh, I meant Cook Sisters. Samosas is like the triangles with all the stuff in it. No, I meant Cook Sisters, but samosas I also like with the you can mix it with the yogurts, with the yogurts with all sorts of things in there. There's cucumber. Oh my gosh, we should have a discussion on like dishes. Now I'm hungry. Now I'm like, where's the food? I need to eat something. Yes, Cook Sisters. Oh, you guys do that for Sunday breakfasts? You see, these are the things I'm missing out on in South Africa. So I asked, when my mom and my sister came over, I said, please don't forget the biltong and the Cook Sisters. They were like, we can't bring them on. They'll be like, we'll be kicked off the plane. I said, I don't care. You bring it on, put it on the plane next to you, get an extra bunch for the dog, and travel with it to the States. Oh my gosh. Biltong, I know. Hey, apparently it's considered illegal to get onto the planes. I was like, that is terrible. What about the Cook Sisters? Yeah, they couldn't bring them down, so I'm still suffering here. Nothing. They probably do have places where you can get the biltong, but it's different. The way the biltong is made here versus the biltong that's made over there, it's different. It's different. It's dried differently. I'm sure of it. And boerewors, yes. Divorce, yes. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't talk about the braais. I'm hungry. Okay, no, you need to come on and we need to have a discussion about Joburg. This is something I haven't done. Mind you, I haven't met too many people from Joburg or South Africa. And I've been speaking about Tyler this whole time. I'm like, does anybody understand the situation that poor little Tyler is going through? Yeah. Really? Well, how come they have a problem bringing it over to the States? That's so not fair. The UK probably doesn't have it. They're like, oh, just let the people, and we know what biltong. Here in the States, the dogs would be hounding them. I think it's because they want to eat it. It's like, oh, that's from South Africa. It's going to be good. Confiscate. Let's take it and eat it ourselves. Yeah. This is the one country that I don't know why they don't do it. They don't allow it. They don't allow biltong on the planes. It's so frustrating. Switzerland, by the way. No, Swaziland. Swaziland is not Switzerland. Swaziland is in southern Africa. That's another location. People mistaken it for Switzerland. Not Switzerland. Swaziland, look it up. If you don't know where Swaziland is, yeah. Swaziland is in southern Africa. It's not part of South Africa, but it's in southern Africa. So it is a country, actually. I know, right? Oh, Drakensberg. We got a little, oh yeah, yeah, it's the snow. That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. That's hysterical. I'm like, where? That is so, like, snow in Joburg. Can you, like, when was the last time we saw snow in Joburg? I mean, maybe flakes, but like real snow. And I know people go sandboarding in like Joburg, right? Down the little mountains. But snow! Oh my gosh. 1994, my gosh, that long ago. Jesus Louises. Yeah, that's been a while, eh, since people saw snow. My goodness. It's so funny. A little bit of Switzerland in South Africa. That's hysterical. It's like, pull out your snowboards and get your snow gear on, guys. We're going snowboarding in Joburg. Which state? We're from America. I'm living in, like, around the Washington, D.C. area. Oh, here I am crying because it's so funny. The Washington, D.C. area is where I live. So, yes, I have been living in the States for a while. But, mind you, now, I don't know. I'm like, you know, people are talking about Jenny. Yes, absolutely keep in touch. This is wonderful chat. I can't believe it. Somebody from Joburg or from, you know, from Swaziland, from South Africa. Yes, let's have, and tell me when you're available so we can do like a combination chat about comparing countries. That I'm down for it. And we went to the same university. Oh my goodness. I mean, how often do you get a situation like this? Never. Yeah, you tell me when, if you're available. Just send me a message, put it underneath this live, and then we can have a discussion. And then we'll say, okay, this is the next time. I try to get on here more than once a week for the lives. I know that people like to have social interactions. And I personally like it because I meet, like, everybody from all over the world. So I'm like, I'm sociable on here, but everywhere else I'm, like, antisocial. Yes, let's do it. Yes, you're from Europe. I'm talking to the gentleman over here, Suleiman. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be clocked just now. I can't get the pronouncing. I'm sorry. Yes, please do. That would be wonderful. Suli, I could do that. Nice. Thank you, Suli. Thanks for simplifying it. Because I don't want to mispronounce the word. It's so embarrassing when I do things like that. You know. So yeah. No, it's like, and I, you know, and when you mispronounce words in different cultures, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I know, I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. I know I did a bad job. I made Bultong out of your name. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh. But let's have a chat. Let's, like, you know, this is so nice. This is, wow. And then we can talk about Vits and compare notes. This would be so nice. Oh my goodness. What a nice surprise. See, this is this random experience here. That's what I'm talking about. Forget the fact that I was here trying to talk about making websites, but now we're communicating on, like, a global spectrum. It's so nice. Yeah. Ugh. This is so nice. What a nice little, you know. Okay, folks, honestly, I think I'm probably going to head on out too. Yes, please do. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. What an honor to have actually, this is, you see, and then people wonder why I do these lives. This is why I do the lives, because you just don't know who you meet. You know, I want to do the videos, but then I was like, but the lives are more fun. You're socializing with everybody. Oh, I know. He better stay where he is because I am so over the subject. He's been a menace for years. When I was in high school, he was a problem already. So he needs to stay where he is. And Aaliyah is would have been my age, so she would be my age. I'm like her age, basically, 1979. And I wish that she was still around because I think she was awesome, just awesome like that, just an amazing singer in general and a great R&B singer. Okay, folks, I am going to get off. I think I have a few more things I need to do for the rest of the day. Thank you for coming over. How do you say bye in Afrikaans? I can say uhandet. I can say, no, I can't say it. How do you say bye? This is how much Afrikaans I learned. My house never taught me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just something I didn't pick up. Okay, thank you so much, YouTube. Is that your little symbol? Lex Canal. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Very much appreciated. It was really a random day, but it's always random is always good here. We will chat later. I'm going to finish up my other things and speak to you guys soon. And yeah, keep in touch. Mooi dag? Mooi dag? I didn't know that. Moedag. That's so weird. You'd think that that would be something I would have known. Oh my gosh. I'm so less South African now, as you can tell. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I will be back. We will probably, hopefully, we get a chance to do a combination live with, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Okay, have a wonderful day. I would say in Japanese, arigatou gozaimashita, matashita sayonara, and janai bye-bye, since I lived in Japan. And I will speak to you guys soon. Yes, it will. Absolutely. I will. I'm counting down the days. We are going to have a chat for sure. And we are going to talk about Wits. You know, I heard about Wits, and it's just as soon when I left, there was like this huge thing and everybody was throwing and burning like books. That's when I left. There was all this like drama that was going on. We'll have to talk about that later too. That's like why it was happening, who knows. Okay, I'll speak to you guys later. Thank you so much for popping over. What a nice little surprise. I hope you guys learned a little bit about South Africa. So that's very cool. That was a nice little chit chat. Okay, have a good one, folks. I'm going to head on out too and have a wonderful day. Bye.